Lovely. Okay, let's start getting ourselves ready for our Pilates class. So we're going to get the body ready, standing up, do a little bit of balance work today, a bit of work in these glutes, and then we're going to take it down to the floor. I'm going to try a different camera angle today. Instead of actually twisting the camera, I'm going to put the camera lower, see if it helps. You might be able to see me a bit better, especially for some of the, some of the moves. Okay, so we've got our feet hip width apart underneath the hip bones. And we want our hips over the knees over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. So we're nice and pulled up, nice and tall. And we've got our shoulders back and down, hands down by the sides. And just let's get this weight evenly distributed. So especially your ankles sometimes fall in or out. So let's just feel them active and just lift the toes, have a little sway around, forward and back, and just get ourselves really centered. So we've got weight right in the centre, we're nice and grounded. The knees are relaxed, so they're not bent but they're not locked out. Lovely. Let's take some breaths to start. In through the nose, nice deep breath, and out through the mouth. So in through the nose, feeling the ribs, around the side, the back, everything expand. And then as you breathe out, you're squeezing your tummy muscles in. So imagine a natural band of corset that goes all the way around here, and you're squeezing that, zipping it up, zipping up the pelvic floor as well on that out breath. Probably breathe in 3, 4, 5 seconds if you can, and then out, like you're blowing into a mirror to steam it up, really from the back of the throat and the diaphragm, not just the mouth. One more, palms to the front, stretch the fingers, breathe in, lift the chin. Breathe out, just lengthen the back of the neck, tucking in the chin. Lovely, breathe in, lift. So you never want to pull on the head or pull it forward, but a little stretch in the back of that neck is fine. Let's breathe in. Next time, let's lift the arms, let the ribs lift away from the hips, and we stretch the back and the tummy, and then arms come down, tucking in the chin. And again, swing up, release, and again, little bounce in the knees. Next time, let's swing all the way down. And keep going. I don't think I'm muted, everybody. Keep swinging. Oh, but you were lovely and quiet, so lovely breathing in. Thought I just heard a background noise. Oops, not press mute. One more. And slowly coming up. Then let's just warm up our head, neck and shoulders. So we're going to do the little exercise we did last week, where we're going to take the chin backwards. So it's probably easier if you could see yourself in a mirror, but if I'm sideways, so you're not squashing your chin down, you're just taking your head back, because naturally it kind of sticks forward a bit. So just imagine you're leaning against a wall and you're just pulling your chin back. So it's just back, back, like the opposite of a pigeon. Just about 10 of these, and these are really good to do. Can't really speak while you do it. Any time of day, just sit and have a little chin tuck. It's stretching the back of your neck, but you're keeping your chin level, so don't hook it down. It just moves back and forward, back and forward. Lovely. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely little nose circle. And then changing direction. Then look side to side. And then back to centre, ear to shoulder. So really draw these hands down while we're doing this. So we're stretching already from the ear to the shoulder. And you're not trying to get the ear to touch the shoulder. You're just feeling a lengthening. It's not easy to say, in the neck. So you never want to force any sort of bending position of your neck or your spine. Let's hold here. Just with the tips of your fingers and thumb, grab the ear and sort of feel your lengthening up, and then gently with 2 fingers, very gentle extension. This other hand can push the heel down, or if you're comfortable, you can grab your shoulder and pull it down. So you're kind of creating a very gentle traction. Let this shoulder be soft. And again, it's feeling lengthening in the neck. Everything else is still, the spine is still, the tummy's pulled in. Let's just rotate gently, look down again, just a finger or two's pressure on the head. And then release back to centre. Now let's switch sides again, lengthen, gentle tip, Let's grab that ear, feel ourselves lift up a bit more. So you lift through the spine and then gently stretch. Push the hand away or take it up and pull the shoulder down. Not everyone can reach, so don't worry if that's not comfortable. Let's rotate. And release, lovely. Little spine twist. Let's have the arms across the chest. Your chin is in line with where your wrists are crossing. Let's have the knees a little bit softer, because if you twist, we don't want your hips to move. They've got to stay here. So we can breathe in higher, just twist gently and come back. So your chin stays in line. Lead with the shoulder, even push a little bit with that hand, so you feel the shoulder pushing back, but the hip is pushing forward, so you're having to create resistance with your own body. It's a very small move. It's just to get some mobility in the spine, get the spine a little bit of a twist, waking it up. Use breath as well with movement, so we try and breathe in, look away. Breathe out, come back to centre. Let's add an arm. Breathe in and reach and follow with the fingers. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. And in. Keep your shoulders down. And out. Last time. And out. Let's relax. Wonderful. So we'll open up the shoulders again. So last week we did a lot of stuff for the shoulders. We'll do some of those exercises on the floor today just to mix it up. But our hands are in at the waist, and what I want to think of today is having fists and having our hands that way, just to slightly change it so that when you're on the floor you recognise the motion. Shoulders are back and down, squeeze here. Now really squeeze your armpits into your sides. I think last week we had a towel, but just squeeze if you hold it tight, so it's really active and obvious, and then open up. You feel such a difference, I do, by doing that. Whereas if I relax, look, I'll go all the way out here. So squeeze and open. Feel the chest opening and the shoulder blades squeezing back. So this one is more of a chest opener. On the floor, because of gravity and the weight of the arm, we'll be working the arm a little bit more. Again, working these rotator cuff muscles, really important. Breathing in. We can let those hands relax. They might be a bit tense now. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's add on a reach. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, squeeze the elbows in, hand close. Again, opening up these shoulders. Feel the chest open, reach and close. One more. And out. Release, lovely. We'll warm up the wrist a little bit. We're not doing too much on our upper body today. A lot about balancing glutes. Change direction. So our glutes, as we know, are our bum, but it's kind of like these side bits. Hands together, and when we sit down a lot, our glutes switch off. So then when you get up and work, half the time they don't reactivate. We don't know how to activate them. Stretch the wrist, and then we use the knees or the back or the thighs, and that's when you get either bad backs or knees. Stretch up. So if we get strong glutes, that won't happen. It's actually quite difficult to activate your glutes, but I've got a good little tip we're going to try today. And once you've started to think about it, then you can start thinking about it all the time. Let's reverse stretch the arms forward, chin down. It makes a squat completely different. Let's just continue with a bit more shoulder work. Arms are here, shoulders down, and then we push those hands down. Breathe in, lift up. Keep the elbows the same height as the shoulders, and rotate down. Breathe in, lift up, and now. Let's do one at a time. One arm down, looking over the shoulder. Breathe in, centre. Breathe out. Lovely. One more this side, and let's take both hands up. Hands are back, opening up the shoulders. And release, lovely. So a little bit of balance work as well. So let's just lift the heels very gently. Just an inch or two and back down. We're going to keep getting bigger range of movement each time, a little bit more and down. So just warming up the feet really in the ankles a little bit more. Squeeze the tummy here. This is going to help with your balance. Try and focus on something. Be aware of your ankles. Are they falling in or out? Make them strong and then lift up. Might get a bit wobbling, that's fine, but being aware of it. Can we extend all the way up to the balls of the feet? Hang on to something if you need to. A wall, back of a chair. Squeeze the tummy, breathe. And lower. Lift up, we're just going to lower one heel. But what we want to do is keep your hips level. So one heel goes down. You've got to squeeze your tummy to stay here and not go like that. So pull yourself in. Lift up both, down, one. So you're almost pushing one knee forward, one heel down. Lift up both, down, the other. Lift up and down. You get a nice stretch in the foot. Really planting that heel down a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Release. Okay, so I want to do a bit of balance work. Seems very simple, but we're going to add closing the eyes. When you take away your eye line, that is your balance. So you've got to try and, when your eyes are shut, visualise that you're looking straight ahead. So just standing nice and still, get yourself in a good posture and just close your eyes. Have a few breaths here. How does that feel now you've suddenly got your eyes closed? You know, are you feeling a bit more wobbly, or do you think, no, that's good, I can do that? So it's just making little mental notes. Again, maybe have something nearby to hang on to. Let's open the eyes again. I'm just going to lift the right heel. Again, nice straight hips, no sinking into it, pulling up. And then just think of taking the weight off of the ball of the foot, so a little bit more into this leg so that you could potentially lift the foot when you're ready. So gentle foot down, hold here, now close the eyes again. So suddenly just one heel lifted, a little bit of wobbliness going on. So really think, squeeze the tummy, look through the back of your eyelids, try and really imagine you're looking straight ahead. Even visualise the things in your room, keep that foot planted. Wonderful. Can we lift that foot off? So maybe we just go to the toe and then maybe we lift an inch. Again, if you're going to wobble or fall, open your eyes and release. Good. Quite hard, that one. I find it easy to shut the eyes, then lift rather than the other way around. You could try it the other way around. So you could lift the foot first, get your balance, can be small, then close your eyes. I find this harder. And you're always going to have a better side. Breathe, squeeze, release. Good. It seems such a small exercise, but getting your balance is so important, especially as we get older. Right, let's try the other leg. So other foot, get ourselves nice and centered, squeeze the tummy and close the eyes. This side is my good side. It's funny, I can just, this side, no problem. Lift maybe to the toe. Can we lift the foot? A bit of wobbling, but much more controlled for me. Breathe, one more and lower. Let's try the other way. So we get our position first. Lift the heel, lift the toe, then I'm going to close. Really pushing through that. Foot on the floor, squeeze the tummy. One more breath. Oh, nearly kept it for 3 seconds. Good. Just leave the feet a little stretch through. Wonderful. Okay. Nice balance work. It's good to practice that. Squats. So, feet are a little bit wider. They're kind of just slightly wider than your hips. So, a couple of things to think of. We're just sitting straight back like you're sitting in a chair. Now, as we're trying this new way, you probably won't be able to go very low. So, it may even just be like that and up, which is fine. What you want to think of is that you've got your feet on 2 jars. Imagine my hands are feet, and you're taking the tops and you're twisting them out. So obviously one's going clockwise, one's anti-clockwise. So you can see my feet. I'm not actually doing that, but I'm feeling that that's happening. It's a bit weird to show my bum, but it's gonna, you see, when I grip like that, it means I'm engaging the glutes, and it's almost as if it's trying to turn my feet out, but not. So you don't actually want to do it so that your feet are gripping or you're feeling it in the knees, but get that feeling of you're sort of, the hips are really twisting, but if you feel it in your feet, you can see it makes my ankles stand up, and then your bum is really engaged. Now, in that position, so imagine you're trying to do the lids up, or one's doing up, one's undone. Squeeze, now do a squat. Totally different feel. You've got to keep that engagement the whole time. So you're really engaging with your bum, your inner thighs, and when you come up, you're pushing forward. So even the weight can be in your heels, you know, sideways, but I can really, this is quite difficult because you're having to really concentrate. Everything's really shaking. A few more. Hence, don't go too low. Think it's coming from the inside. Twist. Lower. You can add arms if that helps. Squeeze on the way up. Twist. So doing it this way means you don't feel anything in the knees and the backs. A lot of people do squats and they think, oh, my back hurts, my knees hurt. If you do this, you're feeling it here. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1, let's hold. Hold here, squeeze. Squeeze those bottoms. Imagine you're undoing those lids. Oh, really feel it. 3, 2, 1, and up. Hopefully you can sense a difference with that, and we're going to start trying to get some muscle memory doing that one. Lovely. Let's start to take it to the floor. So we're going to do our roll downs. Usual thing, imagine there's a wall here, so your bottom is staying on the wall and we're peeling off and rolling down. I'll do a few with you, then I'll move my camera. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your chin tuck in, and it's like someone's just pulled your plug out and you're like, round the back. Then start to scoop the belly in and slowly, try not to just hinge at your hips. Try and round the body like you're trying to dive into yourself. If you're feeling anything in your back by now, bend the knees and support. You can still get a lovely roll down, extend the spine in this position. You can almost rest on your legs and then you can let your arms go, so heavy. And you'll be here, breath in, breathe out, you can come back. So don't just fling yourself forward, work with your body. Even if it doesn't hurt, it's still not bad to have that support. And again, breathe in, breathe out. So your spine is going like a caterpillar. You're trying to peel yourself off this imaginary wall. Everything is flopping. Again, scoop the tummy in, really engage. Round the back, your arms are heavy. It's like someone is pulling your arms down. Just holding at the bottom is to shake the head a little bit and nod the head a little bit. Breathe in, breathe out, come back up. Keep going with that. I'm going to change my iPad position. So last one, rolling down. Come into this position. I think you can see me a bit better. Oh, I need to adjust that. To cut my head off. Just pushing back gently on those feet. You stay there. God. That should be a bit better. That's better. Stretching through those toes, unless you've got any feet problems and you need to relax the feet. Otherwise, let's now sit back, go into child pose. Hands here, tuck the head in, just relax. Lovely. Coming up. Let's come into cat stretch. So we want to have our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Tuck that top in so you can see our body a bit better. So we're starting with shoulders back, lengthen the neck. And then just lift up, let your tummy stretch, let your back arch, and then just tuck under. Really pull the abs under. Release, and back under. The more you do it, you can make a bigger movement with the head, tuck under. It's all coming from those abs. Really pull your abdominals up as if you're trying to suck your belly right up to hit your spine. Breathe in. Push the shoulders back. Lengthen. And curl. And lengthen. And curl. And lengthen. And curl. One more. Curl and round and take it back. Relax. Lovely. So one of the things, I've got a band or a strap, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do some bits here for our back. So let's lie on our front. The feet are just at the back of the mat and they're just lengthened out. So I need to make sure I've got enough room in front of me, so I'm going to shuffle back. You can't see my feet, but you don't need to. Making sure you've got enough room to do this. And I want to have the band this time. So if this is too much, the option is to do it without the band, keep the hands on the floor. But otherwise, have your band ready here. Shoulders back, tuck in that chin. Again, if this is hurting your lower back, just have your arms a little bit further forward and don't lift up so high. But otherwise, engage through the shoulders. Really get a feeling if shoulders are here, squeeze them back. You've got to engage these muscles to get them back. Squeeze the tummy in so you're not pressing it into the floor. And then we're just going to reach forward and back. Keep it down small for the moment. Reach forward and back. Breathe in and out and in and out. So you can know where I'm going to go with this. If you want to, we can start lifted. Lengthen the neck, elbows back and reach. Pull apart and pull back. Breathe in. Doesn't matter if you've got a band with no tension or a band that stretches a little bit. Just try and pull it apart slightly so you're creating a bit of tension. Don't push your belly into the mat. Squeeze it here, neck is long. This isn't about too much height with the arms, just reaching up by the arms if you can. Ears, body can. Breathe, release. Breathe, release. Again, take the arms down if you want. Two more, one more, and release. Lovely, let's leave that there. So this time I want to get all about these hands today. I want to have the arms facing palm up. So you're reaching back. And then you lift up and you rotate the arms that way. So my hand is starting there. All I'm doing is turning it round, but I've got spread out fingers so it looks more fancy than it is. It's kind of just like you've got a light bulb when you're twisting it. So again, shoulders back, palms up to the ceiling. Reach back and twist your hands. Again, they're both in one clock, one anti-clock. Lift, squeeze, reach. So you end up with your shoulders squeezed together, your arms reaching back and release. Breathe in, reach, twist, twist. So you feel, as you twist, you feel your shoulder blades squeezing together and release. Breathe in, reach and twist and release. Breathe in, lift and twist and release and lift and twist. Next time, lift with the arms just palm up. Reach back, lift up, hold it here, squeeze the tummy, pull it from the floor, pump the arms up, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Wonderful. Just relax for a moment. Just want to work the lower back a little bit. So I'm going to lift the legs. So I'm going to move forward. Just going to do legs today, not arms and legs. So the idea is you want to try and get a leg lifted as high as you can, straight as you can. So you're pushing your hips into the floor. That means we're getting a nice hip extension as well. So you can rest your head, you can keep it slightly held, but try not to have it dipping on the floor. So you can create a little pillow here. Lengthen your legs, squeeze and lift and lower. Again, pull that tummy in, lengthen the legs, squeeze and lift and lower. Lengthen the leg, squeeze and lift and lower. Squeeze that bottom. Lengthen the leg, squeeze and lift. Feeling it get a bit higher each time. And this, as much as it doesn't feel like it, is a natural extension of how you walk. When you walk, you have one leg in front of the other, the arm pushing back. You should have this much range of motion. Otherwise your legs are going to get tight. If we have tight hips, release. Good. So to go into these glutes a bit more, feet apart, Bend your feet up, put your heels together. I'll flex my feet because I find it easier to get the heels together. So you might find, same thing, if you're lifted up here, that's wonderful. If you need to rest, you can. I am going to lift arms and add on right at the end. And I'm going to squeeze my heels together. So let's focus on that. Shoulders back, tummy in. Squeeze the heels together. Squeeze your bottom and release. So again, working the glutes. Squeeze the heels together. Bring the feet in and release. Squeeze together. Breathe in and release. Can we lift those knees? Squeeze in and lift. It's just a very small lift. You won't get it very far, but again, really gets those glutes. If it's too much to lift, just squeeze the heels and lower. I'm going to start to bring my arms down. Again, optional. Squeeze and lift and lower. Squeeze and lift and lower. I'm going to start to add the arms. Squeeze and lift and hold everything. So your arms are up, your knees are up, squeeze the tummies like you're free falling, squeeze those heels, squeeze those elbows back for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Well done. Let's push back. Stretch the tummy, push into child pose. Just give that lower back a nice little stretch. Lovely. Okay. Let's do some abdominal work. Sitting on our bottoms. We're going to have the feet in front. And again, this is where you could use a strap if you feel you need a bit of support. But we're not going to go all the way down. We're just going to be coming back and forth. So we want to try and sit up as much as we can. So our shoulders are right over those hip bones. So if you need to, just spread the feet a bit further apart if you find that helps get you up here. Breathing in at the top. Breathe out. It's like been hitting the tummy. The pelvic tilt we did when we're on all fours, exactly the same. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pelvic tilt. Suck that tummy in. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, suck that in. Lovely. Can we do it without arms? Again, we're just progressing, adding on, but you can stay where you are. Keep your feet firmly on the floor. If you lift, you start to engage the legs and tighten up those hip flexors even more. Breathing in and out. Going back a bit further each time if you wish. We're going to take it back and hold. Hold it here, pull the tummy in, lift one arm and down. It can be a small lift or it can be a big lift. Work with your range of motion and your ability. Relax the neck, everything is happening around here. And lift. And lower, keep the big toe into the floor. Last 2, squeeze and squeeze and lift. Relax. You can let the legs open and relax if you wish. Have to go again. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold, toes down, arms here. Try not to overreach, try and have them back. Can we do both arms? Singles if not. Lift up and down. Again, work at your level. Lift up and down. Lift up. Can we go a bit lower? Lift up. Oh, feel that shaking and down. Lovely. Lift up and down. I'm just going to keep adding on. Can we lift one foot? Lift up and down. Again, if you want, just hold or take away the arms. Just work at your level. 2 more. Let's switch feet. Pull that tummy in. Come up a bit if you need to. Always adjusting, always listening to your body. Always trying to be safe. Lovely. Release. I'm not going to lean so far back because I feel it gets it a little bit on your tailbone, but I want to try and balance a little bit more sitting up. So this time I'm going to bring my feet in towards me and I'm going to have my heels off the floor. Try and relax the shoulders. So you just feel like you're about to fall over, but don't. So you can pick your feet up slightly, just balancing, pull the tummy in. Can we take the hands underneath the legs? Just a nice way of working the core without stressing the neck. Can we straighten, half straighten a leg? Lift a foot is the word. Lift a foot is the word. Squeeze that tummy. Can we do another foot? I find it a bit easier to have those knees together now. Try and just let them rest on the fingers. Try not to hold too much, but again, work at your level. Can we release an arm? And another arm. You know where I'm going. Can we do a leg? And the other. Once more each side. Let's go for 2. Hands or not, and hold. Lower the legs. 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Stretch. Well done. Rolling onto our side. So again, working the glutes. So I want to line myself up with the mat, but I want to have, rather than bringing the feet forward, I want to be in a complete straight line. So stacking my toes, my heels, knees, hips, all the way down. Lying on my hand, palm up. Watch. Lovely. So with it being completely straight, you do feel a bit more like you're going to roll. So you've just got to try and use your fingertips, try and pull this shoulder underneath and almost get your body and think of pulling it up. So you're trying to engage here as well. If you do need to bring them forward slightly, but not too much, we're going to, again, work the glutes. So you need to squeeze the leg and lift it. If you lift it forward, you're working here. If you squeeze it back slightly, you'll feel it in your bottom, in that glute. So think of maybe lifting the leg, and even if you take it back slightly, that's fine. Squeeze back and lower. Again, your hands can be wherever you want here, but don't push on it. Always trying to challenge your balance. Lovely. We're going to lift 2 legs shortly. You can stick with 1 if you want. 2 legs, you have to be straight. Doesn't work with a slight bend. Okay, 2 legs, small lift and lower. So it's your waist you're working here. It's very small and low. Again, your hand can be here. I quite like my hand on my leg. I feel if I try and reach down my leg, it's sort of doing what I want to. My legs are coming up and I'm trying to reach it. Head is relaxed. It does work. That waist. Try not to roll back or forward. Squeeze. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Well done. Good. So from here, bend the feet straight back behind you. So again, we're nice and straight and our feet are up towards our bottom. So I want to do the hip opener, because this way you work that glute more. But I want to add working this muscle here as well, our sort of rotator cuff areas that we were looking at last week. So pull the tummy in. So like when we do the dumb waiter, arm by your waist, but really squeeze here like you've got a newspaper under your arm. Squeeze into that rib. Now, as your knee opens, open your arm. So this arm is going to feel different to when you're standing. You're not going to feel the opening of the chest so much, but you're going to feel fatigue in this muscle here because you've got the weight of your arm pulling you down, gravity, which we didn't have when we were standing. If you want to pick up the feet and open and close the knee. So we're combining 2 really good exercises here. 1 hip opening and working glutes, and the other opening the shoulders and really working these muscles. They get fatigued really quickly. I could feel it aching in my arm already. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's let the arm relax, the knees come down, but let's take this foot slightly in front if we can and circle it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, change direction. 2, 3, 4, lovely. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Let's bring those knees right up now. And then I'm going to link the hands together and I'm going to do a chest opener. So my elbows are closed and then I'm going to roll and open. And close. Breathing into it, breathing open. Breathe out, close. Breathing in, open. Breathe out. Let's open up and hold. Lovely. Whilst we're here, let's be ambitious, see if I can remember. Rather than flipping ends, let's just roll straight onto the back. So set up position whilst we're on the back. So we've got our feet hip width apart. You can slide your hands up your neck and sort of lengthen your head, tuck in the chin. I find that really helps, that sort of movement with the hands. Shoulders are down, hands are down, feet hip width apart, and we've got neutral spine, so you can wedge your hand underneath, there's a little gap. Imprinting the spine is flattening the back. So we're going to do our bug exercise, which again works the abdominals, and then we'll do our bridge. So the bug, you have to be completely flattened into the floor. And don't just think about pushing your tailbone, think of pushing the ribs all the way up, as if you're about to lift. It's that sort of position, so you're really imprinted. So breathe in, breathe out, press the tailbone, all the bits in between, all the way up to the ribs. Lovely. Stay here, lift one foot. So the more limbs and bits we add, the harder it is to hold that position. Neck is long, really make sure you're pressing your back into the floor. Think of the rib cage of the back into the floor, lovely. And then if you've got no back issues, we can lift the other leg. If you have, just always stick with one arm, one leg and just hold. But if we can, both legs, so you can have a little sort of shuffle. The thing I find difficult here is this, my neck, my chin wants to lift, so that's where you've got to lengthen and you've got to push your back into the floor by using your tummy muscles. Zip up the pelvic floor so everything is squeezed. It's quite hard just to hold this position, so by all means drop a leg, refocus and add an arm. If we can we add one arm? See how much I'm shaking already? Keep the chin tucked in, that's the difficulty. If you relax, you can hold this for ages. If you push that tummy in, can you add the other arm? Oh, why is it so hard today? Breathe. Whole back is flat and chin is down. One more deep breath. Release. Lovely. So we're going to do some bridge work. So we're going to do bridge with the foot across the ankle. If you don't like that, keep the feet on the floor. The idea of this is when we press into the floor and we lift, we don't want to be twisted. This leg is more likely to drop, so our pelvis must be level, so we've got to be here and nice and flat. That's what we're aiming for. And we're opening up the hips, stretching the glute. But if you don't like it, just keep your feet on the floor. It's not, everyone's knees and hips might not be happy with that, so listen to your body. Breathe in, breathe out, couple of preparation imprints into the floor, really back and forth. When you're happy, chin is tucked in again, we can lengthen that neck. Let's have that foot over your knees, relax, breathing in. Breathe out, flatten the back into the floor, peel and lift, squeeze into your bottoms. I've got my right heel on my left knee and I'm trying to squeeze both glutes to lift. You could push that out more and squeeze up, but really listen to your legs, but make sure you're level. You can always have a little check. You haven't pushed this knee, it's made you drop. Squeeze, breathe in, breathe out, roll back down, vertebra by vertebra. Pelvic tilt so you can get down and release. Lovely. Let's go again. Breathe in, breathe out, flatten, flatten, lift, 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 squeeze, maybe a little extra drop of the knee, pushing up. Breathing in, and out, breathe in. Breathe out less large. Good, we'll do one more of these. Breathing in, breathing out. Lift, long neck, relax, chin tucked in, knee drop, squeeze. One more deep breath. And then roll down. Wonderful, let's switch sides or just continue if you're both feet on the floor. See how that knee feels. Breathing in, breathing out, shoulders down, neck is long. Peel, imprint and lift. You might find one side's a bit wobblier. Squeeze and lift. Can you relax the knee a bit? Squeeze and lift. Now I can definitely feel on this side, when my knee goes, I'm twisted more, but it's probably because my left hip isn't as flexible as the right one. So when it moves, it wants to pull my body. So it's just good to notice these little bits, adjust, and then think, okay, well that's not as loose, that's fine, we'll work on that. Release and down, breathe in, breathe out, flatten, imprint, squeeze and lift, long neck, looking down. Breathe in, breathe out and lower. Let's do one more. Breathing in, imprint, curl, back into the floor, lift, breathe. Last breath. Roll down. Wonderful, release that leg off. Let's bring those knees in and give yourself a hug. Grabbing in one leg, lengthen the other leg away. It's going to stretch this hip flexor now. Having your band nearby, it's going to use that stretch in a moment. So just because we're stretching the leg, think of the rest of the body. Shoulders away from the ears. Neck is long, but it's relaxed, so we can have a little look side to side. Pull this knee in, lengthen that leg away. Your stretch is here, and you have neutral. Bringing that leg slightly across. Just again, a little stretch in those hips. And release. Let's switch sides. Bring the other knee in, lengthen the other leg away. Again, nice and long and neutral, and then pull that knee in. Relax the neck. Pull the knee over slightly. Lovely. And release. Both feet flat on the floor. Let's grab our bands so we can do a little hamstring stretch. So with a hamstring, you want to be in neutral. If you flatten your back into the floor, you can pull your leg right up. So in neutral, it means you're really going to work that leg. So I've got this now. That's quite cool. Oh, it's stretchy. I don't know that. Okay. Lengthen your leg. Ooh, that's a short band. Lengthen it away from you. Let's get the position right. Your neck is long, your shoulders are relaxed, you're in neutral, you're just getting that leg long. You can flex if you want, use the band to help flex, but see how that feels. Breathing in, breathe out, ease it in an inch. Breathe in, release. If it's too much with that foot flex, just ease off the flex, but try and keep that the leg straight. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, ease it in a bit more, hold it here. Breathe into it. It's the tight muscles, these hamstrings, long muscles as well. Take the leg across you diagonally, just slightly. And release, lovely. Let's switch sides. Lengthen that leg. Get it nice and straight. Opening the back of the knee, flexing if you can. Relax the neck and shoulders, neutral spine. Breathing in. Breathe out, ease it in an inch. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, ease it in. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, ease it in and hold. Let's take the legs slightly diagonally across. And then gently release. We're going to flip ends so that we can work our other side. Best if you can flip ends and you can see me rather than turning away, but So lying down, just straighten ourselves right up against the edge of the mat. Feet are stacked, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. So you have to pull the shoulder under a little bit. Again, you can almost feel like you're grabbing and pulling up. If you can get that gap under there, you're really going to work. Relaxing the neck, looking straight forward, fingers to steady yourselves. Relax the underneath foot. We're lifting, lowering the top leg. So we want to feel the glute working. So if you're not sure, you can always put your hand on it and push the leg back a little bit. Squeeze. It's that bum muscle we are working. So very good for back maintenance, you know, for looking after the body and the posture, and also you get a nice peachy bum. Who doesn't want that? Squeeze. So we can stick with this single leg, or I'm going to start to take both feet up. It's very small. And again, have your fingertips if you need it here. So you're really working your waist. And lift. And if you can always add on with an arm. Again, this is that sort of penguin. That's what I feel like. Sort of waddling around penguin is my wings, obviously. Squeeze the tummy as well. 4 more. Again, you don't have to do the arm. You can keep your hand on the floor. If you need to balance, 1 more. Release. Lovely. Let's bring those knees. Oh no. Let's bend those knees so your feet are behind you. Arm is in here on the waist. We're opening the knee with the arm. So I can already feel this side. I haven't got as much range of motion. But squeeze the arm, so you're squeezing your upper arm into your ribs and trying to rotate and open. Lovely. Again, if we want to add on, we can pick the feet up and open and close. Squeeze and open. Shoulder away from the ear. Squeeze and squeeze. Wonderful. I can feel that. Isn't it amazing how you don't have to do a lot on that arm? Fatigues really quickly, that muscles, because we don't work it a lot, that's why. So very important. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Arms down, legs down. Lift the top leg and circle for 2. For 3. For 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Reverse. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7 and 8. Well done. Let's bring those knees in close, hands together, and we're going to do the chest opener. Breathe in, open and close. Breathe in, open up and close. And listening to your body. How's that feel? Don't overstretch something. Should feel nice. There shouldn't be any pain. One more and we'll hold it back. Lovely, and coming back. Lovely stuff. Let's have a couple of stretches and then we shall go into a little bit of relaxation. So just a few stretches for the spine. Let's bring those knees in, have a little roll around and change direction. Lovely. And let's have the hands here. Let the knees gently fall over. Hold and support if you need to. Take your knees over to the right. Let your left shoulder stay down. So if your knees need to come further down, let them go where they want to. If you can, look the other way. Then head back to centre. We can just bring the knees up to centre. And again, I'm going to bring them into the chest. I'll support them with this hand and let them slowly fall the other way, trying to keep the shoulder down. You can use the hand to hold and then look the other way. breathing into it. We might as well carry on going the way we are, so roll all the way over. That's easier said than done. I've got a wall in the way. Let's come into child pose. I want to do a little stretch for our glutes as well. Stretch the hamstrings. So this one, on all fours, you're going to take your right knee in towards your right wrist. And then you're going to take this foot, the other foot back, without cracking your knee like that. This foot's going to wiggle in a little bit, and I'm trying to take this back leg back, and then I'm trying to sit down onto my bum as well. So I'm rolling a little bit. Try not to let this hip open up, so I'm trying to push the hip down, and I'm trying to do that as well. So you're going to have to listen to your knees. You might find that's fine, but if you can bring it, the more you bring it, the more you can sit down, but then you've got to see how your knee feels being twisted like that. And again, you might find being lifted here is enough, but if you can lean into it, wonderful. Let's take that back leg back a little bit more, as if someone's grabbed it, pull it back. Lovely, really lovely stretch here. Wonderful, let's come out of this. So hands here, you just push up, be the easiest thing, let that knee slide back. Come back into all fours, and we're just going to take the left knee forwards to the left wrist. Let the right leg go back. That's your first bit, nice stretch here. Then we're wiggling this foot through a little bit. Taking the leg back a bit. And you're just sort of pushing into a little bit. Finding where it's comfortable for you. Take that back leg back just a bit more if you can. Lovely stuff. Let's lift our hands, place them down, push back. Let's slide that knee back. Let's have a little child pose stretch just to finish, and then we'll do some relaxation. Well done, everybody. Lovely. Finding a position that's comfortable for you, grabbing any pillows or blankets or anything you might need at the moment. Lying yourself down. And keep finding a comfortable position. And you could have your palms up maybe. Your feet falling out to the side. And we'll take a breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Again, another breath in. Out through the mouth. One more last deep breath in. And close the eyes. And let your breath be in through the nose. And just sensing the breath. Feel the air through your nostrils, down the back of your throat. Just really focusing on that breathing and just thinking about nothing but breath. Breathing in, giving you life. Breathing out, giving you love. And think of your chest rising and falling, and your tummy rising and falling. And just think of the word life as you breathe in. And as you breathe in out, think of the word love. And let's have a little scan of the body, starting with the head. Is it comfortable? Is there any feelings? Any tension? Can I release that tension? If not, just accept it, moving on. Down into the ribs, the chest, the shoulders, the arms. Have a little shuffle if you need to. Seeing how it feels. Being mindful of the body. Down into the tummy, down into the arms. The hands. The knees, the legs, the feet. Accepting your body as it is. How it feels on the floor. And just relax. And then thinking about a tiny speck of light inside your body. And that light is starting to burn brightly. And it's filling up your body with warmth and light and energy and life. And think of that light filling your whole body. And then tiny little light holes in your body, and the light is starting to come out. So hundreds of little pinpricks of light all over your body, and that lovely warmth and light that's in you is now coming out. And it's love, and it's covering everything. It's filling the room you're in, and you are giving out your own happiness, your love, giving it to others. Feel that light spreading into the house, down the stairs, up the stairs, out the windows, into the sky, just spreading everywhere. Let your mind run with it. Take that light wherever you want to go. And just think of someone who maybe you can't be near now. And just take that light. Visualise that person maybe in the distance, a little pinprick away. And you're getting that light and you're taking it all the way to them. And that light just is a little dot of light and love, lands on them. It's going to fill them with all your love. And gently we're going to start to bring some awareness back to the breath. Bringing ourselves back into the room. We've delivered our love. And we're just going to breathe, sensing the air coming through the nostrils, giving you energy, giving you life. Sensing the ribs expand, the chest is lifting and falling, the tummy is lifting and falling. Let's have a little wiggle of the fingers, a little twitch of the nose, wiggle those toes, maybe circle the wrists, circle the eyes in the head, circle the feet. And we can have a little stretch, full body stretch. Keeping your eyes closed, placing one foot on the floor, then the other one. Then let's bring that knee into the chest and the other one. Roll around, massaging that lower back. And gently, when you're ready, roll over onto your right hand side. Coming into a child pose. And whilst you're looking down, opening your eyes. Letting the light in. Feeling refreshed and energized. Slowly coming up. Let's sit comfortably. And let's breathe in to finish. Lovely. I think it's a better camera angle. I think I can be seen a bit more. It's a bit more, not looking down on me so much. One more nice deep breath. And release, and cross your arms and give yourselves a pat on the back. Well done. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful week and hope to see you again next week.